Aloha and welcome to our backyard concert number 10. We were able to sneak in this episode into season 1 as the Legacy Ukulele Ensemble was in town July of 2022 at the Sheraton Waikiki. We had a wonderful time filming this large group and it was a wonderful opportunity. Now, we've had many people asking how they can continue to support our series, and we have more information on our website so that you can learn more about being a supporter, a patron, or even an associate producer. Just visit craigandsarah.com/backyard. Now, without further ado, please enjoy the Legacy Ukulele Ensemble directed by Peter Luongo. Aloha, everybody. We are here today with the Legacy Ukulele Ensemble. This group is made up of folks from all over the United States and Canada, and their director, Mr. Peter Luongo. Fantastic. I'm going to pass the mic over to Peter so he can get us started, but we are just so thrilled to get to have this opportunity with you.
Well, it's our pleasure to do it, and we are so excited to be able to do it here with you at the Sheraton Waikiki. And we actually have an audience. They're going to do their best to hear every single note that we play. So at the end of the pieces, you're absolutely allowed to applaud, and you folks at home can as well. The first piece we're going to do is a song that really shows what music making is about. It's a song that describes being together, all together, just making music and having fun. Now, do you guys remember the group Creedence Clearwater Revival? Oh, see, I got lots of heads going. All right. This is a song by Creedence Clearwater called Down on the Corner. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and... Thank you very much. So I know you can't hear this mic out there, but you guys can hear it. So the next piece that we're going to do shows the versatility of this great Hawaiian instrument, the ukulele, right? It shows the great versatility because we're going to do a piece by that you will all know from big band director Glenn Miller. Sir, do you remember Glenn Miller? Probably personally, I know, I can tell. If Glenn Miller had only known about the ukulele, then when he performed In the Mood with his big band, they would have had a bunch of ukuleles and it would have sounded something like this. I agree. One, two, three, hey! It's getting quieter, just in case you didn't notice. Thank you very much. That's a lot of fun, right? Who knew? Glenn Miller, right, sir? You got it, you got it. So we know that the instrument could be played, can be played, playing all kinds of music. But we also know that its origins and its most famous as coming from? Portugal. No, Portugal, thank you. Nice try, though. I caught that. See, the instrument actually came over from the Azores all the way over with the plantation workers who were coming to find work. And when they got here, they brought the forerunner of this instrument, which they started to play, and the Hawaiians adopted it. So essentially, what we're going to do next is a Brazilian Portuguese piece in honor of the original players of the instrument. Now, you might recognize this piece. It's called Tico Tico. Okay, now this is really important because as you watch the folks play this piece, we want you to notice that the notes come flying off the instrument. And that's reminiscent of those original Portuguese workers who came playing it, because the notes would fly off the strings like ukulele. Uku, flee, lele, jumping. The instrument was named after lice. I do that every time. I'm sorry. And it's going to happen all through the song. So we're going to play. You're going to watch that the notes jump off the strings. And as they do, we want you to observe at no time do the player's fingers ever leave their hands. Okay, good. Some of you have a sense of humor. All right, here we go. This is Tico Tico. Okay, so we do know that the ukulele is most famous here on the Hawaiian Islands. And in fact, we know that the music that is most familiar and most commonly played is Hawaiian music. So we, as an ensemble, made it our mission not only to learn Hawaiian songs, but to learn Hawaiian songs sung in Hawaiian. This next piece was written by Dennis Kamakahi. Fantastic piece of music. We just love it. It sings of the island of the Kokee Valley on the island of Kauai. And if you've never been, they call it heaven on earth. And that's what Dennis wrote about when he wrote this piece. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our rendition of Kokee.
Aloha, Peter. Thank you so much for inviting us to come see you guys here at the Sheraton.
It's my pleasure. It's our pleasure. Actually, we couldn't be happier to be able to do this with you and Craig, Sarah. Thank you.
Now, I've always wanted to ask you this question, and that is, when did you start playing the ukulele?
Well, I was in second year university, and they had a credit and a half course that you had to take around classroom music instruction instruments. So it was a prerequisite that you had to take 2 instruments.
Wow.
And the recorder was one, and it was a requisite. You had to do it. And then the second one gave you an option of stringed instruments, the ukulele, the guitar, or you could actually take Orff instruments. And I chose to do the ukulele. And so I got invested in it when I was about 18 years old, 19 years old. And I've been playing ever since.
Now, that was when you were in college, so you could have stopped after. So what kept you going with this wonderful instrument?
Well, in British Columbia, where I'm from, the school district of Langley had adopted Chalmers Doan's program that included the ukulele as the way to teach music. And so I was aware that they were doing this, and they approached me in that second year and said, we hear that you're a good teacher and we'd like to hire you. And of course I said, well, I haven't finished my program yet. They said, that's okay. We think you'll be fine. And so they hired me, and the expectation was, we hire you, but we want you to come and be part of teaching ukulele in the classroom as your assignment. So I went in, my very first class was teaching grade 6, the subjects in grade 6, plus music to all the intermediate children. So I had about 150 ukulele students that first year.
That's spectacular. Now, how long did you end up teaching there?
I taught for 34 years before I retired.
So wow, so you got to see a lot of amazing kids come through that program.
Yes, I did. I was very blessed. I mean, if you think of it as 150 kids a year for 34 years, that's pretty much what I worked with. And to your point, it's really important to say this. There were a lot of children whose parents came back after the fact and said, if not for the ukulele program, there would have been no music in my son's life or my daughter's life. The ukulele was the only music they ever had. And some of those kids end up playing right here at the Sheraton Waikiki as part of the Langley Ukulele Ensemble, because they were so committed and dedicated to learning and talented that they ran with the music education program that we introduced to them and became ukulele players. And of course, we all know James Hill.
Yes.
Well, that's how he got his start. I wasn't his first teacher. But if not for the Langley School District offering music instruction with ukulele, the world doesn't know James Hill.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, coming here to Waikiki with the kids, how many years did you guys actually get to perform and attend Ukulele Festival Hawaii?
So we attended Ukulele Festival Hawaii probably 10 times.
Wow.
But we kept coming back. I came 22, 23 times with the kids.
Oh my goodness.
And then our son Paul took over when I retired and continued the tradition. And it took COVID to stop that tradition. So we were 26 years before we were forced to stop because of COVID.
Now, how did you make the transition going from working with kids to now working with adults?
I have never had this be about music. It's been about people. And so helping kids to become the best that they could be through the discipline of music, through aspiring to be the best they could be, through focusing on excellence. And that's a big thing to me. I want the students that I work with to think of it as, how can I constantly improve? So those concepts aren't any different for adults as they would be for children. These adults that are in this group now are for the most part retired. They no longer have family commitments. They no longer have work commitments. So they are looking for some other way to challenge themselves.
Yeah.
And I want them to be an example to other people, I'm going to say it, my age. I want people that are my age to recognize that we don't pack it in when we turn 60 or 50 or 55 or 65 or 70, that there's always opportunities for us to grow. Heck, you've got Roy Sakuma here.
Yeah.
I don't see Roy stopping anytime soon. He may not be doing Festival Hawaii anymore, but I don't see Roy stopping.
No,
and,
not at all.
And I don't see myself stopping. And as long as I have a purpose and an opportunity to share a gift that I was granted, that I was given, and a chance to further it, then I want to share that with other people. And I just value the opportunity, and I'm delighted there's a group of people that'll put up with me. So that's the third official language of Canada, Hawaiian. Are there any Canadians here in the audience? Oh, look at them all. I love it. Oh, wait a minute. Repeat after me, everybody. A. Oh, I feel at home now. Thank you. That's so terrific. That's good. Well, we did one Hawaiian piece. We can't just do one. We've got to do another one. And this next one is really quite cool. We really love it because it sings about a community up on the west side of the island. Okay? It's this tiny community of Nanakuli. And one of the great things about that community is that the thing that they hold in highest regard, their children. And so you're going to hear in the chorus singing about the keiki, and the keiki, the children, being the most important thing because they are the future of the Hawaiian community. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our rendition of Nanakuli. So if you're at all familiar with Hawaii, Waikiki, you know right out on the other side of that building over there is a very, very famous street. You know what it's called, you guys? Kalakaua. You know who it's named after? King David. King David. See, you've been at the show before, I can tell. Yeah. So King David brought the ukulele and ukulele music, and especially the hula and the Hawaiian culture, back to the Hawaiian people at a time when they weren't supposed to be involved in showing the Hawaiian culture. So as King David brought it back, the people of Hawaii recognized what a special leader he was to them. He was held in high regard, and they wrote music about him. And this next piece is an example of that. David in Hawaiian is Kavika. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear the power of the message and the reverence with which they hold King David as you listen to this piece. Started out as a chant, brought to music, and made famous by performers here. I've been told that this is the stairway to heaven of the Hawaiian ukulele playing. So this is that piece that the young players want to learn to play. We've taught it to these folks, and we're going to sing it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kavika. Thank you very much. Did you like that? Isn't that cool? That's such a cool piece of music. It shows such great power. So we're gonna bring it back to some pop tunes, because at the end of the day, you know, if you can't have fun making all kinds of music, then really, what's the point of playing an instrument? So this next piece is one it's a pop tune. You guys will remember Van Morrison. This is, I think, the most popular piece by Van Morrison. This is our rendition of Brown Eyed Girl. And you guys, sing it with us now that you know how it goes. I love it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and...
hide behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and a sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 dee da, sha la 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 dee da, la dee da. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. Saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about it. Making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 dee da, sha la 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 dee da. Come on, you guys. Sha la 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 dee da, sha la 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 dee da. One more time, come on now. Sha la 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 dee da, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 dee da, yeah, la dee da. There you go. Great job.
Okay, and now for something completely different. So you've heard us do pop songs, you've heard us do, classical, well, sort of a classical piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to vary it up a little bit. We're actually going to do a piece that is classical in nature. Now, it's not a classical piece because the Lone Ranger wrote out to this song. Like, did you know that that song that the Lone Ranger wrote out to is actually a classical piece? It was written by Rossini, the famous writer of opera. Did you not know that? Yeah, Rossini, an Italian, by the way, just saying. Okay, so Rossini wrote this piece, the William Tell Overture. The Lone Ranger wrote out to it, and now you're going to hear it performed, yes, on the ukulele. Who knew? All right, here we go. Oh, there it is. Good luck. I hope it goes okay for you. 1, 2, 1, and.
Now, how long have you been working with adults with this program?
Well, this program is now its 7th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how were you guys able to still work together through COVID? Because, I mean, that could have ended it.
Yeah, and I was thinking it might. We knew the first year that we were going to have some issues,
Yeah.
but everybody was open to continuing. I was in the middle of teaching them when the COVID call came, get home.
Yeah.
So I was literally on a legacy weekend teaching in March of 2020. We had just finished performing at NAM, and the group agreed to go online. And so we went online through the end of the year thinking, oh, no problem. You know, September we'll start up again.
Oh, no.
And in fact, there was a point there where we thought that might be exactly what happened. It didn't. And, you know, in some ways, Sarah, it was the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
Because folks from the eastern United States and Canada then were given a chance to start. So the group was at 14, 15 and went to 25.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, because COVID allowed everybody to be on the same page.
Yeah.
So we used Upbeat to record and we created videos.
Yeah.
And we were really blessed because, again, Ukulele Hawaii, the Hawaii Festival,
Yep.
did their online festival, gave us a chance to record some pieces. So we had a purpose.
Yep.
And that purpose gave us a direction. And so we stuck it through for 2 years. The group grew. And then we started in 2020. We started it would have been 2021. We started getting back together, September.
Mm-hmm.
And we started meeting across the country. Reno, Michigan, Reno, Vegas, Pittsburgh, Boston,
Wow.
California. These are all the spots that we would meet when we weren't, if we couldn't make a meeting in a particular month, we'd go online again.
Now, how can people, well, first of all, is the ensemble able to grow more? How can people get involved now?
Okay, this is my only plug, and that wasn't the intent of this. So I do run an online course called the Ultimate Ukulele Program.
Awesome.
And Ultimate 3.0, because it started at 1.0 was when COVID started.
Yeah.
What I do is I basically teach the arrangements that I use with these folks.
Huh.
And so people can contact me directly through Ukeman1, UKEMAN1 at TELUS, TELUS.net. And basically they sign up. I've got a group right now that's about 20 who will meet me online once a month for extended period.
Yeah.
And I teach them the arrangements. I'll again use Upbeat as part of the testing tool. And folks, we're adding 4 new people in September
Oh, that's
who have
exciting.
come out of that Ultimate Level 2.0.
Well, I think that is incredible, the work that you've been able to do and to connect people from across 2 different countries to be able to play together, and you guys sound absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you. And I will say, for me, the sound is important, but you know what's really key and beautiful, and I hope you guys get a chance to see it when we go for dinner. They're like a family.
Oh, yeah.
Like they care about each other, they look after each other, they're concerned about each other. When they're not together, they contact each other. And that's what happened with Langley. The Langley kids became best friends. They became ukulele community of Langley and a family of the Langley Ukulele Ensemble. And they still get together. They still care about each other. And that's what I see here. And you and Craig know, the work that ukulele people do, for the most part, we care about each other.
Oh, yeah.
We want the community to be strong. And so when I see a group of adults that are able to take that attitude and adopt it, make it their own through this little instrument,
Yes.
in some ways it's aloha all across the world, whether it's in England, where we've both been, all of
Yeah.
us have been, where whether you go to Italy now, whether you go to all over the United States, to Asia, the ukulele has brought people together, and that is aloha.
Absolutely.
So it's a wonderful way of bringing the circle full.
Well, thank you so much, Peter. This has just been an absolute pleasure.
Well, thank you. For us too, look forward to seeing you and Craig for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And again, for something completely different, the famous writer of march music, John Philip Sousa, a Portuguese American, American Portuguese. He was Portuguese and American. And he wrote this piece after a contest run by the Washington Post newspaper. And the piece was called Washington Post. Go figure. And if marching bands around the world had only known about the ukulele, seriously about this, then when they perform march music, well, we think it might have sounded something like this. One, two, one, two. Now, I don't know if it's possible. If I use this microphone for a soloist to play, is that possible? Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, could you hold this, Craig? Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a big hand for Craig Chi and Sarah Mizell? Yes. Now, in case you didn't know, they are local artists. These are two fabulous ukulele players. And you won't believe this. They're married, and they not only are married, they get along. And they not only, I know it's amazing, and they not only get along, they perform music together, and they're incredible. So if you ever get a chance to hear Craig and Sarah, you catch that show, because it's an amazing one. Okay? Thank you guys for being here and for filming this. Okay, so this next piece is going to feature a soloist. The soloist is from Canada, eh? Yeah, good. His name is Tim. Tim is going to get up and he's going to just make up something on the spot. And we're going to do this around a piece that you might recognize. It's called City of New Orleans. You may have played that piece before, right? So here it is. Here's our rendition of City of New Orleans. We're going to sing it in harmony. We're going to pick the notes out. And Tim is going to come up and play a bit of a solo. Here it is. Okay, Tim, can you come stand here? Good. Yep, go right into the microphone. Good. Craig, can I have my youth back? Thanks, Craig. Ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3, and.
Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee.
And you know what? You probably couldn't hear it, but we'll tell you when you can watch it. It sounded great. Could you give another hand to my friend Tim? Tim, stand up, take a bow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually going to wrap up. Now, look, you can come back and hear us when we're not filming, just doing a show tomorrow night at 5 and Saturday at 5. And that's made possible by our good friends at the Sheraton Waikiki. Could you please give a big hand to the Sheraton Waikiki? I want to thank, I know Sean Ono is here from the management team, and the Sheraton is just an outstanding organization to be part of. My affiliation with them has been approximately 40 years, before you were even born, Sean. Yeah. And I want you to please give a big hand to Craig and Sarah for the work that they've done filming today. Thank you. And we've come with our ukuleles and with a very simple purpose. The purpose is to make music, and the purpose is to continue to share that music with others and to share this simple message. No matter how old you are, no matter what stage of your life, you can learn. You can learn, and you can always become a person that has a new skill and develops that. And for that, I want you to applaud these people. Okay, so we're here in Hawaii. We could not leave this show without doing something Hawaiian. This last piece that we're going to do is a beautiful piece. Hold on a sec. This last piece that we're going to do, because we can't leave without doing something Hawaiian, is a beautiful piece called Hawaiian Lullaby. And it sings about the beauty of living here and about the wonders of the rainbow, the birds that sing, and the songs in our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sitting, for being part of this show. Thank you online for watching today. Thank you to Craig and Sarah. On behalf of the ensemble, from us to you, aloha and a hui ho. Thank you for being part of our show. And again, we hope to see you tomorrow night and Saturday. Here, right here at the Sheraton Waikiki. Until we meet again, everyone, aloha no hui ho.
I can smile when it's raining.
songs? We do. So, so we are going to do one more piece because somebody yelled Hanaho, and you know when somebody yells it, we got to do it. So this is a Hawaiian tune, but it's a different Hawaiian tune. This is a Hapa Haole tune, which means we're singing it in English, but it was written in Hawaii. Okay? So Hapa Haole tune. Okay? Hawaiian, but not really. Anyway, this piece is really cool. It sings about the mango fruit. And do you know how you know when a mango fruit is ready? It drops. And apparently that's the same way you know when somebody's in love with you. No, I don't know. Thank you, Craig, for laughing. Yeah. So in this piece, never mind, I'm going to shut up now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our rendition of Drop Baby Drop. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and... I know how to get myself in trouble.
Drop all your love on me, drop, baby, drop.